Hello everybody, it's Elena. This is a video response for Evi's 100 subbies challenge. I will link down below the video with the rules of the challenge so you can join in. And please also watch Evi's other videos because she makes amazing creations. The challenge is about making a small wall hanging. I love making wall hangings, and this is mine. Starting from the back, of course I've used the usual thick felt, and I went around the thickness of the felt with some white Chinese braid. On the back I put on the back and on the front, I think, I don't remember exactly, oh poor me. No, just on the back. I put this beautiful genuine vintage lace with some embroidery. It comes from a vintage curtain, and this beautiful dangle trim in a cream color. On the front, as you can see, there's a lot going on. So I don't know if this is a vintage wall hanging or a sort of mixed media. I'm not sure about that, but this was the project I had in mind as soon as I saw this gorgeous image. I found it on Pinterest, and although at a first glance it may seem just cream or pale gold on a dark background, there are actually lots of colors in the image itself. There's water here, flowers here, and here, even on the background, there are different shades of cream, white, and light purple. So I wanted to pick up all the colors in it. But since there are so many elements, I didn't overdo with laces and trims. I just started from here. I added this beautiful avocado dyed piece of very soft dangle trim. I didn't dye it, I bought it as it is. And I cut a wide trim in two pieces. One piece is here, the other one with the scallops is there to frame one side of the picture. Before adding the picture, I put on the background some wonderful light coffee color lace with scallops. This comes from Lovely Sue Tansy. And you can't see it on the background, but you can see the delicate, wonderful scallops on one side of the wall hanging. I just added a piece of trim with flowers here, and on this side there's the trim I mentioned. Underneath there's one layer of this scalloped gold trim and some pale blue trim, but just one piece to keep it asymmetrical. On one corner I added a genuine vintage sequined wedding applique with a little bead, and this gorgeous flower which already came with this dangle. And then I started the fun part. So here, as a continuation of the water, I've used blue, green and clear glass pebbles, added some ivy leaves, they're not real of course, and on the leaves I put some glass dewdrops. I hope you can see them, they're very tiny. And a little filigree butterfly. On top, to carry on the flower, the flowers here in the picture, I formed a cluster of flower in different size, colors and shapes, and all of them matches something, the color of all of them matches something that's in the picture itself. I just put these 3 rows of pale bronze beads, and since there's water, I wanted to create the effect of a waterfall. So I've used this gorgeous dangle. There are 4 strands of clear seed bead attached on a beautiful piece of ribbon, but I concealed it under this bling, and I didn't make it. It came in a kit I bought of Fiona, and the same is for this diamantis chain. And I added this bling, which in my opinion looks like an owl. There are sort of eyes. It's not an owl actually, but it looks like one. And as the final thing, to keep the wall hanging in place, I didn't want to attach anything on the back. So this time I choose this beautiful piece of this metal piece. It's a bronze color, dark bronze color, and I attached a chain of the same color here. I looped it around this part and I secured the part with a jump ring on both sides. And this is it for my wall hanging card. And the base was gifted to me by Shaz, and also the handmade sticker on the back. And I bought recently, and then I discovered why the stationery shop had them, because they're trying to get rid of all the punchers. So I was lucky enough to find one, and then there will be no more. I bought a puncher, and I've used it on this, on the top and bottom of the card. I wanted to keep it simple. This is an image, a raised image of a fairy, a beautiful fairy. I think it is a little girl with a baby fairy. I just added a little ribbon flower, to which I added some stamen and some flowers here. Again, trying to pick up the colors of the image, a piece of trim, and here there's a strip of rosette. It is actually light mauve. I see it in the little screen of my camera, a sort of burgundy, but actually it is a very light mauve. And I added this little pearl dangle and another white flower here. So this is my card. And then I made another thing to put everything in, which is this emerald green crushed velvet pouch. It's all hand sewn, because for some reason my sewing machine hates me. One day it works and the next is crazy. So I decided not to waste any more time and to sew it all by hand. It is well, it opens like this, of course. It's lined inside with this beautiful genuine vintage curtain, and I doubled up the velvet here to be able to close the pouch, and I lined the part where the velvet meets the curtain with this gorgeous white embroidered lace. It is cotton, pure cotton. and I added a little embellishment on the front. I had this gorgeous fairy, once again it was in one kit by Fiona, and I cut 2 pieces from a gold chain. I added them, I fastened them here on the tips of the wings with a jump ring, and then once again I've sewn these parts on the velvet just to secure the ornament. As for the rope that closes the clutch, I decided to use, because I didn't want it to slip in, I decided to use these 2 metal butterflies. I choose them on purpose with different shapes and colors. So if Evi wants, she can take them off here and use them in some project. This is it. I hope Evi likes what I made for her, and I thank you all very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.